right, Rachel, you are up. Rachel has her opener. Whenever you're ready.
Cheers.
I believe jails should be on islands. Today, the word jail means a building of confinement of people who are awaiting trial or have been convicted of minor offenses. But let's go back in history. The Greeks were the first to invent jail as a place of detention. However, the Romans were the first to use it as an actual place of punishment. Secondly, today there is about 10.6 million jails in the whole world. They are in the way because they are taking up room that businesses and places where jobs can be made available. Also, according to statistics of 2005, there were about 5,920,386 people in the whole world in jail. In 2007, there was 2,299,116 people just in the United States jails. These numbers have escalated drastically since. Sadly, the United States has the most in jail. Thirdly, having jails in the city is dangerous because the criminals' buddies can easily sneak in and break him out because there are so many people roaming around. Therefore, he would be able to continue his wrongdoings and hurt innocent people. But if jails were on islands, policemen would be able to patrol the whole island, making sure that no one got in or out. If the prisoner was still able to escape, he would be far away from people who he could harm. The prisoner's escape would mean his fate. He would either be recaptured by the police, drowned in the ocean, or eaten by fish such as sharks. It would therefore be safer and better for innocent people if jails would be on islands.
Very good. Next up, we have Blaine Keller. Come on up. You can tell us why prisons should not be on islands. Whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I think prisons shouldn't be on islands because of the cost side of things. You would have to ship food, water, and other supplies by boat. Example, in Alcatraz, they had to ship fresh water there once a week. And it would also might be easier to transport prisoners to courthouses and stuff like that. And when the boats need fuel, that would also cost lots of money. And it might be easier to get like backup when they have breakouts in the prisons to the islands, to the prisons. It would, and it's also easier to keep it running. And that's all I have.
Alright, so judges, make sure you write his name on top. Make sure that it says write no next to his name because he's on the no team. At the bottom, make sure your name is there. Next up, we have Vanessa with the first rebuttal. She is for having prisons on islands. Okay, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Prisons should be on islands because even if prisoners do try to escape, they will have to swim through the ocean, and eventually the ocean currents will sweep them away from the land and cause hypothermia if the water is cold enough, and if there are no flotation devices available for them to swim with, it is impossible to get away from the island. One attempt from escaping Alcatraz was two men, and they were climbing over the wall, and one of them broke their leg, which even the fences still hold prisoners back from trying to escape from Alcatraz. And Alcatraz is a very good example. Another attempt was made by a man who was swept away by the ocean's currents and got hypothermia and was sent back to the island. It is easier than taking them to the courtroom to have a live video feed where it is safer for people in the courtroom. So if the prisoner does escape, and that's all I have.
Yeah. So
Judges ready? Alright, Michael, you can come on up. Yeah, whenever you're ready, you can start it.
Prison should not be on an island because a lot of different people are in prison. So think about if you had a family member in prison, you wouldn't want to have to get on a boat and, well, first of all, go to the courtroom with them to hear, have to be in there, get on a boat, will pay to get on the boat, travel all the way there, do all the extra stuff to go through the guards and go through the metal detectors and everything, and then see them, and then have to do the exact same thing all the way to get back to your home. Out of every 100,000 people, 724 go to jail. In the U.S., 2,193,798 are in jail. There are 10.6 million jails around the world, so I mean, if you choose to go on islands for vacation, why would you want most of the islands getting taken up by jails? In 2009, 2.1 million people got arrested. And another reason why you shouldn't want a jail on an island is because, like, what if there's a big wave that just kills everyone? You're in jail, so you're not getting a death penalty. So why would you want to drown? And having fish and sharks eat them, you're not getting the death penalty. Some people are in jail for 2 years, a couple of months. So why would you want to die over a mistake that you made? And for the officers, they would have to go to training for being a lifeguard and an officer.
Very good.
that's the thing where
This is just.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I think prisons should be on islands because as my fellow Yes member said that they have 10.6 million prisons, and that's for a reason. And they had the most killers or whatever to go to island prisons, and they wouldn't let people go to the prisons because number one, they could bring things for them to get out or break out or do something to the guards to let them get out, or they could kill their own family because some people just go crazy, and they're not gonna let people go to islands. Like, they're not gonna have vacation islands with prisons on them, and they're gonna have and you wouldn't need backup if you're on an island because of the ocean or whatever. Yeah, that's all I have.
Right? No. Okay, no.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
I think prisons should not be on islands because what Blaine said about the cost, it would be very expensive to deliver all of the food and fresh water and the fuel for the ships to go back to land and pick up other prisoners. And the prisoners, there are more prisoners than there are police, so I would think that the police would die if the prisoners went crazy and ganged up and killed all the police, and that would be bad, and because then police would just, there wouldn't be any police. Then they would just take the boat that that the police that were alive used to, they would get on the boat and then they go back to land. They'd be free and possibly commit more crimes. And nobody wants anybody to commit more crimes. So that would be bad. And if the prisoners had friends in there, in the prison on the island, they would do the same thing. That's all.
All right.
I just have
It was correct. The whole thing was
Yeah.
Oh.
has to do with where there's police.
Danielle, you better ask me this.